Hey, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the new Olive in June 2019 winter collection. This collection features some really pretty dark jewel tones as well as some nice metallics. These are available at oliveinjune.com and they are $8 a bottle, or you can get the whole set plus a top coat for $80. And right now they are having a Black Friday deal if you're watching this at that time. So let's get started. First in the lineup, we have C-In, which is described as a silky sable brown. And you'll notice that all of these polishes are named in abbreviation, which stand for a certain person that the creator of Olive in June is inspired by. So the first coat of C-In was not the best. It was definitely patchy and a little on the runny side, but I could tell that the pigmentation was there. So this is the first coat, and on the second coat, all of the patchiness was covered up and I didn't have any problems, and I really liked how shiny these dried down. Obviously, you're going to want to use a top coat, but they are very shiny, which will aid in the shininess of the final product. The color of this is interesting. It has a little bit of a purple nature to it, but it is a dark chocolate brown. Next up we have CV, which is a bright cherry red polish, and this doesn't lean too blue or too warm tone. To me, this is a true neutral red, but it's still very vibrant. Again, I felt like the formula was a little on the runny side, but I was able to maneuver it, and this one wasn't streaky at all, and I was actually surprised with how well it covered on the first coat. I could still see my nail line off camera a little bit, but I was very happy with the first coat. So one thing I noticed I struggle with using Olive in June polishes is that the brush bristles are very full. Like, the amount of bristles in the brush is more than normal. I feel like it does have a really good shape for like hugging the cuticle line, but because it's so full, which it puts product down really well, but because it's so full, I kind of find it hard to get really close to my cuticle. And the dry time for Olive in June seems to be about normal. I feel like really shiny polishes take a little longer to dry, but these really don't. They're very similar to Essie to me, but more like Essie's old formula, if that makes sense. You know how Essie just like changed everything and now they're like really creamy? These are like a mix between new Essie and old Essie. Next we have O+J SM, which is a glittering opaque rose gold metallic. So I have a confession. I'm not the hugest fan of metallic polishes. I find them very hard to wear because when you put a top coat on, it totally changes the appearance of the metallic shade. And I know you can throw on a water-based top coat to lock in that metallic finish and then apply a regular top coat, but sometimes I just don't want to be bothered with that. What I like about these metallic shades is the glitteriness of the base. When I did apply top coat, it didn't change how the finish looked at all because it was such a glittery base, and I really like that, and I'm excited to try wearing these alone. The next metallic in the lineup is OJBH, and this is an opaque 24 karat liquid gold color, and this actually leans on the pale side of gold. It's not like super orange or bronzy, and I really like that. All of the metallics perform very similarly. They have pretty good coverage on the first coat, but the second coat is needed to fill in any patchy spots and to just really make that color as vibrant as possible. But application is super easy, so a second coat is definitely no big deal, and there wasn't any brush strokes with these metallic shades, which, you know, can be an issue. Oh, one thing I wanted to tell you guys, the Jaunty bottle rating system is coming back. I'm just revamping it. I wasn't really happy with it, so I'm fixing that up and it will be back, and I will be rating collections with the Jaunty bottle system again very soon. Next up we have OJPAS, and this is a shimmering silver color. So another thing I wanted to touch on is that all of these colors aren't very unique. There are some unique ones for sure, but there are some just staple colors because Olive in June is a newer polish company and they're pretty much just building their core collection. So there are some just plain colors, and I would say like this silver one isn't that unique. I'm sure there are several silver polishes out there that are like this. But if you don't have a silver polish, there's no reason I wouldn't recommend these. I like the formula, and like I said, I really like that they have a glittery base, so they're actually wearable. Here is O+J PAS with 2 coats and no top coat. Next, we have LL, which is a deep, sparkling emerald green. And this one is my favorite from the collection because it's definitely really unique. In the bottle, I wasn't very impressed. I was nervous it wasn't going to look good. But on the nail, it looks really good. Don't be discouraged by the first coat. This is another one that kind of looks wimpy and patchy, but the color's there. And then on the second coat, it really comes through. There's more like slate blue in this than emerald, I think, but in some lights, the green really does come out, and it's just a really nice polish to have. I find myself wanting to wear this every time I'm looking for a polish to wear because it falls in that like blue, green, but also metallic-y category, so it's just a really nice shade. Next up, we have HJ, and this is a shimmering, inky navy blue color. These are one of my favorite shades to wear come the winter time because they're just so dark and mysterious. I love them. And again, the same thing as the last polish. The first coat definitely is patchy, but the second coat really builds up the color. This one was a little bit better. I kind of had bad application on my index finger, but you can see on my middle nail and my ring nail, I was a little more generous with it, and the color's definitely more vibrant, but it does need a second coat. Here is 2 coats of HJ with no top coat. Next up, we have SD, which is an almost black purple eggplant plum color. It's all those purple adjectives. In the bottle and on the brush, you can see that there's purple to it. And on the first coat, you can see that there's purple in it. But on the second coat, it makes it almost black. When I first got this collection, I was like, why did they put 2 black polishes in here? Like, and then I looked under like really harsh lighting and I could see that this is actually a purple. So that's really cool. I love when shades are almost black but then go a certain direction in hue. They're just really interesting. So I really like this one. Like here, as you can see, this is my second coat and it is almost black. It's so cool. Next up, we have E+M, which is a highly pigmented black polish. And this one is true black. I will show you a side-by-side comparison of this one and the last one so you can see how close they actually are. Yeah, so you can see there on the right is that more eggplant one, and then on the left is the black. And this is really good. It would be a 1-coater if I was generous with the first coat, like I kind of was there, but you can see a little bit of patchiness on the side of my nail. So I really just think it depends on your application. For some people, this will be a 1-coater black. For others, it'll take 2 coats. Regardless, it is a really nice black and I enjoyed wearing it. And another thing that I liked about it, when I removed it, it didn't like smear and stain everywhere. I've had issues with black polishes doing that, and this one didn't. So this is a really nice black polish. So there you have the Olive and June Winter 2019 collection. Like I said, if you're interested in getting these and you're watching this in the Black Friday time zone, they are having a sale, so make sure you go check that out if you want to pick them up so you'll be able to save some money. I'll actually put the coupon code in the description for you guys as well. But if you're watching this after that, just pretend I didn't say anything. As always, thanks so much for stopping by, and if you want to watch more videos like this, you can just click anywhere on your screen here.